Geometry Chapter 5, Chapter Test Review, Review. You know, it takes 3 good reviews before you really know something. Problem number 1. Which 2 statements contradict each other? The first statement says, line PQ lies on plane PQR. Well, plane PQR contains the points P, Q, and R. So naturally, line segment PQ lies on that plane. Point S lies on plane PQR. The next statement says QS, the line segment, does not lie on plane PQR. If a point lies on a plane, then a line containing that point lies on the plane. The 2 that contradict each other here are 2 and 3. If S is on the plane, and obviously Q is on the plane, then the line segment QS has to be on the plane. Number 2. 2 sides of a triangle have lengths 6 and 8. Which inequalities describe the values that possible lengths for the third side? Remember, the third side must be greater than the difference. So x must be greater than 8 minus 6, so it's greater than 2. And it must be less than the sum. So x needs to be less than 8 plus 6, which is less than 14. Which statement says it needs to be greater than 2 and less than 14? That is statement D. Number 3. Name the smallest angle of triangle ABC. The diagram is not drawn to scale. Remember that the smallest angle is across from the smallest side, and the middle angle is across from the middle side, and the largest angle is across from the largest side. So if I'm looking for the smallest angle, I first need to identify the shortest side, and that would be AC. So the angle across from that, angle B, is my smallest angle. Number 4. Which 3 lengths could be the lengths of the sides of a triangle? Remember, any 2 sides sum must be larger than the third side. So I have 12, 6, and 18. They fail because 12 and 6 are 18. They're not larger than 18. They're equal to it. So A is not an answer. B, 5 and 10 add up to be 15. That's not larger than 21. C, 6 and 11 add up to be 17. That's not larger than 24. D, 9 and 14 add up to be 23. 14 and 22 are larger than 9, and 9 and 22 are larger than 14. So my answer to number 4 is D. Number 5. Which 3 lengths cannot be the lengths of the sides of a triangle? So now we're looking for the 3 that fail as the sides of a triangle. So let's start with the first one. 12 and 11 are bigger than 9. 11 plus 9 is bigger than 12. And 9 and 12 are bigger than 11. So A is one that will work. And this time we're looking for a group that will not work. Number B, 11 and 18 are bigger than 24. 11 and 24 are bigger than 18. And 18 and 24 are bigger than 11. C, 8 and 8 are bigger than 15. 15 and 8 are bigger than 8. And 15 and 8 are bigger than 8. D is the one that won't work because 11 and 8 make 19, and that is not larger than 20. Next page. Problem 6 asks us to find the value of x. It says the diagram is not drawn to scale. Notice that the segment that goes across the middle of the triangle cuts each side of the triangle into two equal parts. That segment is called the mid-segment. It has two jobs. It cuts the two sides of the triangle into two equal parts, and it is parallel with the side that it doesn't touch. It is also half as big as the side that it doesn't touch. So 31 times 2 will give me 62. So the missing segment is 62. Number 7, B is the midpoint of AC, which means those two segments are congruent. D is the midpoint of CE, which means these two segments are congruent. AE is 19. So BD is the mid-segment. It is parallel with the bottom, cuts the sides in half, and it is half as big as the bottom. So 19 divided by 2 is 9.5. So the value of BD is 9.5. Number 8. Use the information in the diagram to determine the height of the tree. The diagram is not drawn to scale. Once again, we're looking at a mid-segment. We know that because it cuts these two segments into equal parts and these two segments into equal parts. So the tree is parallel with 120 and it's half as big. So the answer here is 60 feet. Number 9. Find the value of x. Once again, we have a mid-segment. And we're going to work an algebraic equation. It takes 2 of the 2x minus 8 segments to equal 20. So it takes, this is half as big as 20, so it takes 2 of those to equal 20. So we have 4x minus 16 equals 20. Add 16 to each side. 4x is 36. Divide by 4, and x is 9.